Hello there guys, welcome back. Not much of an intro today, so in a bit of a rush to get in here. We've got a storm due. Thunderstorm is due any minute basically, so I need to get a tarp up, and then it doesn't really matter after that. I can work under the tarp, we'll go from there. So that's job number one. This is my 4x4 tarp I'm going to be using today. Get plenty of coverage for potentially spending a long time under it. Still quite hot out actually, which is why the storm is coming, because we've had that kind of week and a half of mini heat wave. This tarp is a 4x3, I thought it was a 4x4. I can't remember if I've actually used it yet or not, but it means there's not centre points along this long sides, so I can't put it out onto sort of prusik knots to tighten it, which means I'll probably have to dip a corner if and when it does rain. Hopefully it will. That's my main point for getting out today. It wasn't planned or anything, but I'm happy. Let's set the rest up. Got my favourite cot bed with me, the one Tigris one. It's not the smallest, though it's not far off, but it is the most comfortable. So we've got the two side poles, the cot material, the leg extensions and the spreaders. Too hot for a hat at the moment. Save that for when it rains. Well, I was clearly in a bit of a rush when I was packing, because I packed the cheap wish.com mat that I used the other week instead of my Thermarest. Never mind. Yeah, so I've not got a pump sack and I didn't bring my fan. This does have a built-in pump, so I guess we're going to be trying that. This is the valve to the pump, which is this spongy material here. So we'll see how that goes. It was working, but I just finished it off by blowing into it. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's actually pretty long. It's longer than the bed. And you've got this weird pillow. Well, it's just getting a second use. I've got a summery sleeping bag, and because I'm just under a tarp, I've got my hunker bivvy bag to put that inside of as well. It is quite buggy, but I've got some bug spray with me, and I'll probably just tuck my head down a bit. It's going to have to do. And last but not least, I've got my luxury pillow. This is by Van Gogh. and yeah, it makes a lot of difference. I don't like inflatables. Just get that covered over. Worked out quite well with this chair actually, because I lent out the one I usually use, the one Tigris one, for about a month, and so I got this around the same time, so I've been kind of forced to use it. And I do like the kind of higher sitting position, must admit. It's not quite as easy to pack, and weighs a little bit more, but depends on the camp. I don't have a huge walk-in here. Pretty much set up. I've got some decisions to make though. It's looking very bright in that sky for a storm meant to be coming. Well, I had some time, so I thought I'd go get my trail camera, which has been up here for the past week and a half, something like that. Now it's very dirty, like something's been sniffing it, but I'll review the footage, hoping to get the badgers again. I got them the first time in this woodland and then haven't since. But I'll sprinkle any footage throughout this video if I do. Now my decision to make revolves around it not storming yet. Now my plan was to use this stove, just cut some wood for it, break it down, and just use that for the evening, because I thought I'd be right under this tarp all night. I mean, it could hit any minute, but do I just have a campfire instead now? I don't have a grill. I would have to kind of shovel some coals into this or something, or just put it over the coals. We'll see. So what do I do? I think I'm going to go with the stove, because it's still very hot and very humid, and it's less cutting. So I'll cut some smaller sections. If I set this up, I'll know how big I can actually put in it, and yeah, just get a couple of sections to break down, so I'm just not using just twigs. I think while I mull over my decision, I'll actually make a brew using my Trangia burner in here. Now, does this? I think it just sits on there. It's getting a bit darker here, a bit more overcast. I think I'm going to go with a stove, rather than light a fire at the end of the tarp and then get a downpour and have to, you know, switch everything around. I think I'm just going to go with the stove, but I do have something quite nice to cook. Arayas, which I believe are Lebanese, probably other regions around there, but should be quite a nice dinner. And quite simple to do in one pan, which is what I was thinking of for tonight, and I didn't have long to think. various sizes here. I'll just break them down to manageable pieces that can burn in a stove. Got just a couple more longer bits. Definitely going to need some for the morning if it does rain. Well, that's all that wood prep done. Should keep me going this evening and enough to keep some bugs away, and hopefully for the morning as well if everything's wet. Yeah, just need to get everything under the tarp here now that's over by that tree there, bag and that. It's was quite sunny again, and we are meant to be right in the middle of a thunderstorm right now, so I don't mind if it's being pushed back because a thunderstorm into the night's quite nice, but I don't want it to skip over us because that's why I came out to enjoy a thunderstorm. Remembered I'm on a little bit of a slope here, so I'm just going to have to just dig out slightly where the feet are and level her out a bit. Well, it just got quite dark and the wind's starting to pick up. I can hear it in the trees. Wonder if this could be it. Still need to bring my bag in, I'll do that now. Well, no rain yet. This is a Claris CL2. I've used it at home a couple of times, but I've not taken it on a camp as yet. It's got a clever little thing. You can use it as a torch, a lantern, different modes and stuff. It's got a tripod adapter as well. I'm just going to hang it up on the ridgeline. Well, it's been overcast for some time now, but still no sign of the rain, unfortunately. Oh well, I'm going to get on with starting dinner. If it rains, it rains. If not, I can still enjoy some good food. So I'm just going to finally dice up an onion and some garlic to start off. Oh, this onion is not in the best shape. Bit better there. And some garlic as well. Finally, some parsley. Just using my bushcraft knife for this, makes it a bit easier. Okay, I'll put that parsley in with the onion and garlic. sticking to everything. I've made up a spice blend. It's 7 spice, paprika, cumin. The 7 spice has some cinnamon and turmeric in, a few bits and bobs. It's kind of a Lebanese blend, so I'm going to put a bunch of that in there. To that I'm adding beef mince, maybe about that, and this is just all going to be mixed together. The onion, I probably could have grated, to be honest, finer the better really, but this will do just fine. Now I've got some pita breads, which I'm going to cut in half. Now I may have to light the stove before doing this stage because they can be a bit hard to separate when they're cold. We'll see how it goes. Could just pop it in the microwave at home. Actually, I think that's okay. Yeah, not bad. So now I've got a pocket. I'm going to stuff in some of the beef mix. By the way, I've never done this before. I've seen it done. Squish that down to a manageable size and fill out all them cavities. That seems pretty good. So now we'll do the next one. Just gently separate the pita pocket. Wasn't quite as easy as the first one. Some are going to be better than others. I think I was planning on doing 4 of these, so we'll see. May do more here. Well, I suppose it depends how big they are and how hungry I am. Don't want them too fat because you want them to cook evenly. On the clean side of the board here, I'm just finishing up dicing up some cucumber. A little bit of mint. I'm not the biggest mint fan, but I've got to stay true to it. So just dice that up. Got a little bowl and a little thing of yogurt, so I'm just going to dump that in there. And then I'm going to go in with the mint and the cucumber. And that's going to be our dipping sauce. Now everything's all ready. Well, you can see behind me here that it's getting dark. No rain yet. Hopefully it'll come at night. Reminds me of when I did the cardboard tent video. It was predicted to rain earlier than it did, and I was sat in that tent till, God, 1 in the morning praying for it to rain because it was such hard work to get 8-foot pieces of cardboard to the woods. It's like an hour away. But anyway, I'm going to have a beer, or open a beer before I light the fire, because I think I deserve it. Gotta love a neck oil. So everything's ready to go. I just have to fry off the arrayas, and the dipping sauce is already prepared, so yeah, can't wait to get that smoke going and get rid of some of these bugs. I've already been bitten a couple of times. I think I've been bitten right here. I've got some wood wool in here. Just gonna twig it up to start. This has the holes in the side, so you can put long ones through as well. Try and build up a few coals. I've definitely been stung. Keeps itching there, that's going to swell up by morning. Got a lot of acorns falling out of the tree as the wind gusts here and there as well. But we get a few coals in here just so it doesn't fizzle out when I add new wood, and get my arrayas on, which should only take a few minutes. Stick a pan on with some oil in it. Well, the sun's out as it goes down here. I think I may only be able to do 2 of these at a time. I've got 5 in total. I think I may have had a little too much oil in the pan, so I took a bit out. I think these are done. Hard to tell really. Go in with the next batch. Well, I think we're all done there. Just to crack open another neck oil and try these things. Well, here they are. They look good. Bit worried about how well they're cooked, but they look okay. Pretty good actually. Got the right heat right at the end there as the coals had built up, but that's the way it is. I nearly forgot me dipping sauce then. If I did them again, I'd put more chili powder in, and then you'd really appreciate the yogurt a lot more. Excellent. All gone. Well, I've been sat here for a little while now, and I think it's time for a brew. I had 2 beers, and yeah, I'd like a hot chocolate or something before I go to bed, I think. No rain. Oh, that's hot. Funny that. Oh, got things buzzing around me. Well, I'm going to have this and I'm going to head off to bed. Pretty level now with the bed, and I have put on my undershirt because it has chilled a little bit, more than it has the last couple of weeks anyway. Yeah, so probably see you guys in the morning. As you can hear, just as I was about to get into bed, it started pouring. I got my rain! It's good timing as well. Love sleeping to the rain. Good morning. Well, I did something very silly this morning. Here's the story. I had a hornet on the light last night because I had it on for a little bit after the cameras were off. And we lived in harmony. Anyway, got up this morning, feet straight in boots. Guess who was in there? Yeah, so he's dead on the ground now. But his dying act was to sting me. My first hornet sting. Yeah, that hurt. The irony is, even though in the UK we don't really have much that can sting you or bite you or, you know, kill you, I usually knock my boots. And, you know, I didn't this morning. Guaranteed I will from now on. Yeah, so that's throbbing. I've taken an antihistamine just to help it, but ouch. Yes, rained pretty much all night till about 5 this morning maybe. It was on and off, but pretty hard at times. You probably noticed I dipped the tarp just before I went to bed after the camera was off. Just because I laid down and thought, oh yeah, this is probably going to sag in the middle if it does rain the way it is, especially with that hanging up. Yeah, slept alright. As I was trying to sleep, there was a fox screaming over there, not too far away, noisy bugger. But yeah, it wasn't too bad a night's sleep really. As you can probably see, it's a little chilly today, so I've still got this, my kind of sleeping jumper on. Yeah, it's still quite dark as well, so overcast. I think it could rain any minute, to be quite honest. I'm going to do some breakfast on the stove under the tarp here. Might even put my jacket on for a minute. Love it. My foot is killing me. It's really throbbing. My first ever hornet sting. It's definitely a lot worse than a bee. Ow. Right, I'm going to make breakfast, and I think I'm going to use a leftover pitta to put my breakfast in. I've got some spam and eggs. Well, here's my spam. Standard can, not the big one. And I'm going to try, which someone suggested, the technique of punching a hole in the bottom.
I might do 2. See if that helps release it. Probably needed to be a bigger hole. Oh, are we coming? We are. Right, do some slices of herb. I may just do the 3 actually and save the rest. Okay, our egg. Get some of that yolk spread out. I think 2 pieces inside. And 1 on the side.
No ketchup, not even an emergency one in the pack. I actually quite like pepper on my Spam, but I didn't bring any of that either. You know when you don't eat something for a while, then you have it again and you keep wanting it. A Spam. Gonna pack away everything under the tarp first because I think it's starting to rain a little bit. I can hear it in the canopy up there. So yeah, leave this up till last and see how we do. And that's all she wrote. All packed up, ready to go. Isn't raining properly again yet, so I should get back to the truck okay. Thanks for watching guys. Sorry it wasn't more dramatic thunderstorm that I hoped for, but at least we got a rainfall night. See you next time. Bye bye.